Go.
Streaming from South Africa to the world. This is the Stonks Go Moon podcast. What just happened? We break it down so you don't have to.
Welcome everyone to the Stonks Go Moon podcast. Energy meets crypto, NASA-grade batteries meets blockchain, and in the middle of it all is a manufacturing company turning heads with a Bitcoin treasury strategy and a bold move into supply chain transparency. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today, Michael Mo, CEO of KULR. Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you, Rocco. Rocco, thank you so much for having us.
So thank you so much for sitting down with me. I know you are a very busy man. How do you get into the business of doing business with NASA? How does that work?
Well, our heritage is in energy management, and we have been working with NASA and DoD folks as a customer for probably over 30 years.
Wow.
Our technology is on the Mars rover Perseverance. We're on the International Space Station. We have been on the Mercury Messenger, Venus Lander, and various different space programs, and we're currently involved with the Artemis program.
What is that?
And a number of other.
What is that?
It is the Artemis program is the mission for NASA to go back to the moon by 2028. So we're involved in some of the battery activities and so forth. So we have been, working on space-related and applications for 30 years. Yeah.
Okay, but so you said 2028. Is the battery tech different than what it was, or is it the same? Than the first time that we went.
Yeah, it started out with lead acid batteries, other technology. Then around 2016, 2017 timeframe, NASA started looking into lithium-ion batteries. But then back in the day, if you remember, there was the recall of batteries from the Boeing Dreamliner, as well as the battery recall due to explosion of fire for I think the first or second generation of the Samsung Galaxy platform.
Samsung, yes. And I had a Note 7 that I had to. I went through that.
Yeah, so that really kind of raised some red flags for NASA in terms of battery safety. And they came to us and we started working with them and developed a whole bunch of technologies around battery safety.
Okay, what did you develop?
It's how to prevent thermal runaway propagation.
Okay.
So we could probably spend an hour or two about battery safety technology.
It's just fascinating to me. It's just fascinating to me because literally you're taking batteries to space and nothing, if it doesn't plug into a wall, it runs off a battery. And it's like we don't even think about it in your day-to-day life, but everything that you uses some, if it's lithium ion or it's still like like your Duracell batteries, everything is powered by a battery. It's amazing.
Yeah. It is. It all starts with a B, right? Batteries and Bitcoin. It's everywhere. So,
yeah.
But the key is take some of these space-proven technologies, apply to mass market applications such as electric mobility, energy storage, robotics, and AI. That's really where we think the future and the action is.
Yeah, so manufacturing is a very hot topic again. Like talking about reshoring, electrification, AI. How sort of you touch on it a bit, but how does that fit into your guys' vision for the future?
Yeah, so in terms of, if your question is how do we kind of tie the energy management part with AI and Bitcoin and so forth?
Yeah,
we believe that we are at the cross section of some of the biggest digital transformation in human history. The digital transformation of intelligence is AI, and the digital transformation of capital and energy is Bitcoin. So we started our Bitcoin treasury strategy It's really to build a solid foundation, a solid financial foundation for us to finance the next phase of growth, which includes robotics and AI and all different kind of applications.
Okay, so for those that might not know what it is that you just said, what essentially is a Bitcoin treasury strategy? What is it?
Yeah, a Bitcoin treasury strategy is what we have defined is that we are investing in up to 90% of our surplus cash, the cash that we don't see we need to use for the next 18 months, in buying Bitcoin with that treasury reserve. So that's the Bitcoin treasury strategy. And we are focused as being a Bitcoin first company. So the financial foundation of our treasury is going to be Bitcoin, is Bitcoin. And we believe that's the best store of value. We think it's, it has appreciated over 30% each year.
Since you start, how much has it reflected in your books? Like, where did you begin, or when did you begin, and how are things looking at the moment?
So we started by doing a survey with our stakeholders on X. That was on December the 4th of last year.
Okay.
And we did a survey about should we explore the Bitcoin treasury strategy. And the votes came in around 1,500 votes. 2/3 says yes, 1/3 says no. And out of the 1/3, 2/3 was kind of uncertain about the future, whether going to be a lack of focus for us, and 1/3 of the 1/3 was just against Bitcoin and crypto. Period. But so we saw an overwhelming yes. So we started, and there was actually the day after Christmas, December 26th, 2024. We announced our first Bitcoin buy at $21 million, and since then, now we have 920 Bitcoins in our treasury strategy, or treasury reserve. Now we have a BTC yield year to date of 260%.
Wow! Can you remember the price that you bought at?
It's kind of an average. I think it's probably the low to mid 90s. We kind of bought it across. We just we bought across. So far that investment has been fairly profitable for us.
Yeah, it looks very good on the books. Okay, let's talk about blockchain some more. And you have a blockchain secured supply chain initiative. What is that about?
Yeah, we're providing a blockchain secured initiative that's that's non-fungible. It provides a full transparency and traceability for our NASA DoD customers.
Yeah.
And as NASA and these private space customers ramp up their crew space mission, which is sending astronauts, people into space, they need to have batteries that meet the NASA safety standards. So we believe this will become increasingly important. So each battery that we provide, that we manufacture, and the battery we screen for NASA will have its metadata minted in an NFT on the blockchain. So when the battery is purchased by a customer, the NFT will be transferred to the buyer's on-chain wallet, or moved to a burn wallet maintained by KULR to indicate the ownership has been transferred. For large quantity customers, we will establish wallets to easily transfer the NFT associated with their orders. So that's the blockchain related, activity that we have.
Was there a sort of request for it? Is it something that came from KULR's side? I'm just trying to understand where the need arose for that strategy and sort of the implementation thereof.
Yeah, it all comes from our entry into the Bitcoin, and then as we explore it deeper, we as a Bitcoin first company want to explore every aspect of it, including the inventory tracking, right? So decentralizing the inventory tracking system on the blockchain offers enhanced transparency, security, real life visibility across the entire supply chain. So by recording all the inventories there, as a tamper-proof, time-stamped entry in a distributed ledger, so we can eliminate a lot of risks of data manipulation, and ensures all our stakeholders have access to a single source of truth.
Okay.
And in addition, the traceability feature of that enables us to verify the product's authenticity, monitor the asset movement, and streamline our audit efforts.
What's been your sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Experience in the crypto space? What like in this journey that you and KULR have gone on? What's been your experience? What's surprised you the most?
I just think that, I've been to a few of the Bitcoin for Corporation conferences, crypto conferences. We were at the before Bitcoin for Corporation by Strategy, which is Michael Saylor's strategy.
Yes.
We were at BTC 2025 in Vegas just
In Vegas, yeah.
few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just see the growth of the industry, how different stakeholders have embraced it, and also the different stakeholders, the different BTC, the treasury companies have worked together to evangelize the mission, and our leader, Michael Saylor, and how intellectually intense he is when he talks about Bitcoin at all times. And it still surprised me every time you listen to him talk. There's new ideas, new topics, new directions he's pointing us to. So all that is just super exciting, and I think it's just leading the entire world into the Bitcoin, the treasury strategy.
Yeah, because was he the first? I'm not sure, but was he the first to sort of do this, to basically say, cool, I'm going to go all in on Bitcoin?
I believe he is. I think he started 2020.
Yeah.
Right at the thick of COVID. I think it's August 2020.
Okay.
Is when he made his first purchase. I remember I was having a conversation with him about that, and also he shared that the most difficult BTC purchase that he made was like the second time that he bought it. It was, the price actually went down below the first time he bought it, but that was difficult, but they kept on at it, and now 5 years later, or 5+ years later, almost 5 years later, it's $100 billion company, $60 billion worth of Bitcoin, and just keep on accumulating. It's just it's an amazing journey.
Because if you're thinking about it, you're actually just dollar cost averaging Bitcoin, right? So if it goes up or down, doesn't matter the price. If my strategy, like what is your strategy going forwards? Is it every 6 months? Is it every 3 months? Is it, hey, when we have cash surplus available, it goes into, or what? Sort of talk me through, how does that work?
Yeah, we have been following kind of the MicroStrategy or strategy playbook.
Okay.
So we have been accumulating on the Bitcoin on a regular basis.
Okay.
We have just announced a $300 million ATM facility, so that we can strategically access that and stack more Bitcoin along the way. That seems to be the playbook strategy, and a number of other players are utilizing in the market. So far, it's been quite successful.
Talk to me, before I let you leave, a bit about AI and the role that it's playing in KULR, because it's AI. It's not new, but it's kind of new. The technology it's been around for a while. It's obviously much better. Does this play a role in battery manufacturing or efficiency and stuff like that?
Yeah, the short answer for how to apply AI to batteries is yes. You can get a lot of data around that and to improve the health and safety of the battery. But I think that the more exciting part of AI robotics for us is that we are big believers of AI robotics is going to, fundamentally change manufacturing. Although full autonomous robots are years away, from full adoption and deployment, we believe that the exoskeleton product, which is a wearable product, a wearable robot, represents the fastest time to market, the most immediate time to revenue opportunity for KULR. So we recently announced a partnership with a company called German Bionics, and KULR become the exclusive technology and distribution partner for their product in North America. So very, very exciting stuff. I want to just quickly give you some examples.
Yeah, please.
So this product, it's kind of this singular focus is to help you lift very heavy objects without hurting your lower back. Okay. So lower back pain is like the number one insurance claim item in America. And to give you some context, in the US, manufacturing job we have about 15 million manufacturing jobs here. Yeah. Construction jobs, about 8 million. Warehouse logistics, about 3. Nurses and healthcare workers, another 4 or 5 million. So, all these are manual labor, sometimes very strenuous. And so we really believe that this product can make a huge impact in manufacturing, construction, healthcare, and some of these labor-intensive jobs, and really showcase how robotics and AI can make an impact in persons' lives.
Yeah,
I'll give you another.
Sure.
Yeah, just a quick data point. We have a customer that's in the paper cutting business in California.
Yeah.
They had a couple of these suits in operation, and just on a 2-hour shift, these suits are have shown to have demonstrated to take away 10,000 pounds from somebody's body by lifting paperweight. 10,000 pounds.
Amazing.
So 10,000 pounds is an average weight of an elephant, just so you know. So that's roughly about 4 elephants a day. That's 20 elephants a week. This robot can take away from your body performing physical labor.
Yeah, but it's not really a robot. It's sort of making you more like a robot. It's making you sort of like a humanoid. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I saw clips on social media about it's like this device that fits over your hips. And and you can move more freely, and people that are struggling to walk and stuff like that. And it's so interesting that you talk about sort of the exoskeleton being the first departure point, because we're so fascinated with robots that might still be very long or very far in the future, but exoskeletons are here now.
Yeah, I think what you mentioned is, there are some exoskeleton products that are therapeutic, that you fix on your body, help you to walk, help you to recover, help you do things, do exercises, climb mountains faster. Those are great. But this particular exoskeleton is a industrial productivity product that help workers relieve stress from their body, physical stress, and it has a lot of sensors and software built in that can get the data from your body and then give you data, give you warnings, give you guidance on how to be more productive and stress-free. So we're a big believer of these type of products. It's how to use physical AI, robots to enhance the human capability.
I love it. Michael, thank you so much for joining me today. If the listeners want to go and connect with you and find out more about what you guys are doing and your mission to take us back to the moon, where can they connect with you?
Yeah, our website is KULR, KULR.ai. So you can find a lot of information on our website. I'm on X, I'm on LinkedIn. So look me up, Michael Mo KULR on X. On LinkedIn, and our company is fairly active on social media, so if you follow us, you get the latest information.
Awesome. We'll put all the links in the comments here somewhere where my hand is. And to our listeners, Michael, thank you so much for joining me. And to our listeners, peace, love, and prosperity. I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.
We don't talk, we just slide. still inside.